Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm doing a video today on using AT&T, and this week I'm doing my Omega route. So this is the important route that I've done for T-Mobile, and I'm going to end up doing again for Verizon. And this route takes me down the spine of Washington DC. So we're going to be going Constitution Avenue, in front of the White House towards the Capitol, past the Lincoln Memorial. So this route is one of two routes that are similar to each other, but they both go to the same exact spot. This is my Omega Route 1. And the reason why I name it that is how important this area is to a lot of people. Tourists come in year round and they are using their cell phones to order Ubers, to do different things, look for restaurants, food trucks, whatever. So we're going to test and see what AT&T and how well AT&T holds up at the nation's capital. So we're not playing any music today because I gotta practice on talking. So let's go ahead and get a couple of test hits real quick. As you can see, everything's in sync. We got 28 megabits per second on fast. About 22.6 down on speedtest.net. Set that down so we don't crash. I might, depending on what the traffic is, because today it looked like traffic's not that bad, I might be going a little bit slower, just so we can make sure that we get a lot of data points on how well AT&T holds up at the nation's capital. So right now, currently, we're starting off at Arlington Cemetery. Remember, people, always pay tribute to soldiers when you see them. They're just as modest as they come, but regardless of the fact, tell them that you appreciate their service. Right now we're doing the imperv, and we're heading towards the Lincoln Memorial. If you can see it on the screen, right now we're getting ready to head toward. We're on the Memorial side, and we're coming to the Memorial Bridge. Alright. And the geese are out today. Looks like they were forecasting rain, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen during the time we're going to be filming. So the Lincoln Memorial is directly in front of us. We're on the Memorial Bridge. They just resurfaced this bad boy too, so it's looking real clean. So during this time of the year, roughly all the time, every part of the year, tourist season doesn't really die down here in DC. There's different ebbs and flows of the tourist season, but it doesn't really die down. A lot of people will be coming in and out. So if you're making a trip to DC and you got AT&T, this is the type of speeds you're going to see for right now until they start deploying their new cellular frequencies they've bought. Alright, so we're next to the Lincoln Memorial. See, I can give you a good shot of. That probably wasn't a good shot. But right now we're currently next to the Lincoln Memorial. We're going to do a test hit right here. A lot of tourists. The reflecting pool is nearby. So AT&T is not one of my daily driver services. All my personal phones are on T-Mobile. So I do not know exactly how well AT&T is going to perform. I'm discovering this as I'm going. So I'm gonna be just as surprised as you are. Alright. And then we get towards the White House. I'm gonna see if I can get another shot of the White House and do a speed test in front of it so you can see. But right now we're close towards the State Department. And a food truck is in the middle of the road. Couldn't complete his U-turn. So down along here to the left of your screen, there's a lot of government buildings. I couldn't tell you exactly which government building is what. I know the State Department is in the vicinity of here. The reflecting pool is to the right, and the mall. So we're running parallel with the mall right now. It's not as much traffic as I did when I was doing T-Mobile last time. So I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna go super slow, but I still want to be able to hit certain points, be able to see how well AT&T holds up. Alrighty. United States Park Police doing their jobs. Alright. We're coming close to the White House. So I'm going to hold off on the imperv test until we get closer towards the White House. Look like AT&T's doing pretty good. They're having a solid showing. It's not crazy capacity, but they're still holding their own. Remember, people, you need about 15 megabits per second for 4K. So anything past 15 you're doing good. I mean, 1080p on your phone is still good, but I'm kind of greedy. I want my 4K on my phone. Alrighty. Let's see, can we get you the shot of the Washington Monument? There you go. We're close to the Washington Monument. Ooh. Alright, so looks like I'm not going to be able to slow down to be able to show you the White House. There's a lot of trees before it opens up again. But we're next to the White House right now. And that speed test took us past the White House. And since we're still in the vicinity of, a lot of these rooftops over here have antennas on them, so they overlook the mall. To our right is the African American Museum. Like last time, got a food trucks, and more food trucks. Alright, imperv. You're along the edge of where the museums are. American history, natural history museums, all along here. It look like AT&T is experiencing some congestion. That's upside down, so 12.4 megabits per second on the speed test and 45 up. So when it's upside down like that, that means that AT&T is experiencing some network congestion. So it might be quite a few people over here with AT&T that's soaking up some data. So we're near the 9th Street Tunnel. No, we're not going into the tunnel. We're going past it. The National Archives to the left. Oh, congratulations. All right. So we're almost to the Capitol. He didn't want to give me a choice of routes to this time. All right, so crossing 7th. Get another the fast.com hidden. The Canadian embassy. Some of the nicest people on the planet. Alright, so the Capitol should be in view. Heading right up to near the front door. On the side that faces the mall. So I said this last time. This is also an area where they will hold their inaugural. So they'll occupy this whole area. There'll be chairs all the way up to this road. And then, depending on how popular the president is, people will be standing all around here in the middle of the street, looking at the inaugural address for the president every 4 years. So whoever you voted for, all these cell phones will be down here on the mall. 5G needs to come faster because I know for a fact AT&T normally brings in cows. So there's basically just cell phone towers on wheels to handle the extra capacity. Alrighty. So we're down here at the Capitol, as you can see. A lot of people standing around, taking shots, uploading to TikTok. Let's see how close I can get. So we can get a good shot. Well, that's not fair. Alright, so the Capitol's right there. One last speed test. Since we're directly in front of the Capitol. Well, that's not good. 5.12 megabits per second down and 1.5 megabits per second up. Let's see what the fast says. AT&T is so wildly all over the place. One moment it has 5 megabits, now it's saying it has over 70. $75. Man, that's a shocker. AT&T is the only one that gives me these wild swings. And NPerv is matching fast, so could it been speed test that had a wonky reading? I don't know. More testing is needed. So AT&T was pretty solid on this run. We got to compare Verizon to this next. So we can definitively get the first part of this route taken care of and then work on the second part coming down Independence Avenue. Let's see. So now we're into the video test. I don't think Congress is in session right now. I think they're out of town until next week. Normally they come back into town during the after the August recess. So we got a couple more runs we can get in before Verizon gets its C-band in the area. 85 down, 6 up, 60% browsing and 60% streaming. So thank y'all YouTube for watching, and stand by for another video for Verizon coming up next. Thank you.